Hi, friends. People often write to me and ask, I have a problem with the liver. I have bile reflux. Can I take bile salts or ox bile? And the answer is no. Why no? I will answer this question in this video. So often when people start to take bile salts or ox bile, they may have exacerbation of their symptoms: more nausea, more bloating, pale stool, unpleasant taste in the mouth, fatty stool, undigested food in the stool, and even acid reflux. And when they do endoscopy, they have a bile in the stomach. So by taking that, you can actually make the situation worse. Why? Let's go for the explanation. In functional liver disorder, meaning that ALT, AST, and bilirubin is normal, but quality or quantity of the bile may suffer. Quantity means that you do not produce enough bile, and then you can have symptoms. Quality means that all ingredients that are in bile, supposed to be in the bile, are not there. I will explain you in this slide. Human bile is made out of bile acids, cholic, xenodeoxycholic acid, and they're supposed to be in this ratio, 31% of one and 45 xenodeoxycholic acid. If you violate this ratio, then you may have symptoms, clinical symptoms, such as nausea, acid reflux, or bile acid reflux. You may have unpleasant taste in the mouth and fatty stool. Now, look at that. So you may have a poor or decreased quantity of the bile. So it's not enough. So you underproduce it that much, and you will have symptoms. That's how it's supposed to be normal. Quality means that much of cholic acid and that much xenodeoxycholic acid. If you violate this ratio, that's what you have. When you violate the ratio, the quality of the bile is not good. As a result, person will have clinical symptoms again. Now, it's supposed to be like that, and you are right here. Now, look at that right side of the slide. You decided to go ahead and take a supplement of ox bile. Here is the label of ox bile. So what did you do? You actually add the bile into this situation. Look what happens. Your concentration of the bile goes rapidly up. What happened? You will have more symptoms. Exactly. Okay. So taking supplements is not the solution for the pollution. Actually, in this video, 15D on my playlist, I'm talking about how you start to treat functional liver disorder. You start with the food, and only then you can take supplements. In this video, I just briefly summarize what you do. The step number one, feed the liver. You need to bring to the liver all the ingredients to build right ratio of bile acids. Okay, so how do you feed the liver? You take black radish, also called Spanish radish, steel-cut oats, blueberries, and other berries, low-fat fish. At the same time, or sometimes I recommend to people, do a little bit later, months or two later, stimulate. So the step two, you may stimulate production of the bile from the liver. How do you do that? You eat bitter foods, escarole, arugula, dandelion, and kale. People often tell me, oh, I eat it already. I said, how often do you eat arugula? They said, well, maybe once or twice per week. No. That's not how you do that. You eat arugula either every single day. So what you do, you wash it, and then you saute it in a little bit olive oil, and you have a whole portion. Or today you eat arugula, that much. Tomorrow you make an escarole soup, and not the only 1 or 2 leaves of escarole. I mean, you have to have it. Escarole soup with escarole. You actually can put dandelion leaves there, or eat kale. Every single day, bitter food have to be on your plate. This is, by the way, my information. Now, I hope you understand. Either you underproduce or you violate the ratio, and then add it in there. Ox bile is not a solution for the problem, right? So I am done with this video. Like, subscribe, bye-bye for now. So people who are watching only for 2 minutes, the rest of the video, for people who actually want to understand what's going on when there is a functional liver disorder and person develop clinical symptoms such as nausea, unpleasant taste, or acid reflux. For that, let's go to the blackboard. I already drew my favorite picture of the digestive tract. This is the mouth with the teeth. This is esophagus, low esophageal sphincter, stomach, and here, pylorus at the end, small intestine goes here. This is the large intestine. And we go to the bathroom right here. We put food right here. Suppose we ate some fat today, and the fat get absorbed through the digestive tract into the bloodstream, get delivered to the liver. And what liver does, liver makes cholesterol. And bile acids are made. So by the way, this blob is a liver, big blob, liver. And cholesterol is made out of fat or out of absorbed cholesterol. Cholesterol is there in the liver, and through several enzymatic steps, it's converted into cholic and xenobiotics acids. They call them primary bile acids. This is rate-limited step. There are I want to say 17 enzymes that are participating in the conversion. So it is quite a complicated process. Those bile acids are extremely toxic. They are actually toxic to every single cell in our body. And before they leave the liver and go into the gallbladder, so they go into the gallbladder, they get combined with amino acids and they convert it into secondary bile acids. And those secondary bile acids get stored here in the gallbladder, and bile get excreted here into the small intestine on demand. And demand is consuming of fat. So we eat fatty food, and bile excreted here in order to emulsify the fat. Here in the small intestine and in the large intestine, under effect of bacteria, the bacteria, and I post the link below to article that specify which bacteria are necessary to convert secondary bile acids into bile salts. Bile salts is acids combined with minerals, sodium and potassium, and that makes them more efficient. Bile for fat that comes here in the small and into the large intestine is like detergent. Emulsification, basically preparing for the laundry. So make sure that it could be easily broken, because fat is not that easy to break. So the bile is emulsifies them. Okay, so you can see how it is important, paramountly important, to have a right bacteria here in the digestive tract. Suppose person take antibiotic and creates a dysbiosis here. So we'll say dysbiosis, right? This is the problem. So you do not convert bile acids into the bile salts, or they are in the right quality. Okay. Also, person may take a drug that will low level of cholesterol because your cardiologist or primary care physician wants your cholesterol low. So you don't have enough cholesterol to produce bile acids. As a result, and by the way, many cholesterol low medication will create disbalance of bile acids. Okay, so as a result, you have a disbalance. As a result, you do not absorb fat. As a result, people have a deficiency of fat. How does it express? For example, fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K are deficient, and person may have a clinical symptoms of this deficiency. Also, because of the quantity or the quality of the bile salts are not there, a lot of fat lost, And that fat, rather than being here in the bloodstream and deliver it with the bloodstream into individual cells, and individual cell membranes are made out of lipid bilayer. Bilayer means two, and lipid means fat. So this is how cell membrane, fat here and fat here, lipid bilayer, cell membranes made out of that. If you do not absorb fat correctly, lipid bilayer ratio violated, cells become unstable, and people have heart attacks and strokes. Okay. Now, let's go back to PowerPoint presentation. In this slide, I want to bring your attention again that human bile is not just a simple composition of something and something, okay? Those ingredients have to be there, and they have to be in this ratio. And bile salts is that amount, and they also have to be in the right ratio. What will happen in addition to clinical symptoms if you violate concentration of bile salts? This picture I stole from medical textbook hepatology, and that explains you how bile stones get formed. So there is a specific concentration of cholesterol, lecithin, and bile salts. And this is the point where the precipitation of the bile starts. And you can see on the ultrasound, there is small stones, or first a small kind of sand gets formed, and then crystals, they grow and they convert it into the stones. So the bottom line is, I want you understand, bile acids and bile salts have to be in this ratio. Do not violate this ratio, okay, by taking immediately supplements. Do several things for your liver. Feed the liver, take bitters, make sure that digestive tract, other parts of digestive tract is healthy. Make sure that bacteria is there, okay? And make sure that cholesterol is there to form bile acids and bile salts. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye for now.